Two captains wanted to play some games during the flight. They turned on the autopilot, but in a hurry, the female captain accidentally touched the control stick. The plane disconnected from autopilot and fell into chaos, and a storm appeared ahead. The female captain contacted the tower in panic. She asked her husband to guide her in the flight direction, but her husband deliberately took off his headphones and pretended not to hear. His approach was correct, because he was a reincarnated person. In his previous life, his wife had played games with his best friend on the plane behind his back. They put the passengers in danger. Faced with his wife's plea for help, the man immediately took over control of the tower, and with 30 years of work experience, he successfully made the plane land safely. He thought his wife would be grateful, but after getting off the plane, she hit him and framed him for deliberately giving wrong instructions that caused the plane to lose control. After learning the truth, the passengers collectively taught the man a lesson. In the end, the man was put in prison for breaking the law, but his wife didn't stop. She and that captain came to the hospital to show their affection, deliberately irritating him. The man passed away with regret due to excessive sadness, but God pitied him and let him be reborn 3 hours before the plane took off. This time, he would not be soft-hearted. He put on his headphones and waited for his wife's plea for help. On the other side, his wife played games with the captain again as she did last time, but shortly after the autopilot was turned on, an accident happened. The plane lost control again and flew towards the storm. The two captains began to blame each other for their operational mistakes. The female captain had no choice but to ask her husband for help, but the man took off his headphones and listened to the melody of death. Soon, the alarm in the tower room went off. The CEO of the airline company came over upon hearing the sound. He ordered the relevant staff to assist in the plane's landing, but the man refused, because this was an illegal flight. He pulled up the plane's flight records. The plane had already lost balance before the storm arrived, but to save the passengers, the CEO still issued the order. The man didn't want to save people, so he gave the command right to his colleague. Finally, under the careful command of this colleague, the passengers on the plane were saved. But this time, the man would not let his wife act recklessly anymore.